Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for part 13, I believe, of my VGC 2015 Road to Rank. We're using the same team that we did use earlier on in the week with Mega Gardevoir, Choice Band Landorus, Citrus Berry Thundurus, AV Conkeldurr, Shuka, Quiet Natured Heatran to abuse the Trick Room, and of course Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, which is to put the team on its back. Now they did reset the ladder, so as you can see I am still low on the ladder. I haven't played since the last time I recorded. I'm actually recording it right after I recorded the last episode, so obviously that gives you a little bit of idea of how much time I have right now. But my opponent, interesting team. I'm not going to count out any of his Pokemon just because he's lower on the ladder, simply because Pachirisu did do work in 2014. Choice Band Landorus completely just straddles him, as well as the fact that I could just lead off a Gardevoir plus Amoonguss and actually get up Trick Room and blow him back as well. I definitely expect him to bring that Mega Metagross versus me. So it all depends on what I want to bring after. I like Gardevoir, I like Landorus, I like Amoonguss. I think Thundurus is actually pretty good here too, just because it it deals with rather his Politoed as well as his Togekiss, and can Thunder Wave the Mega Metagross. Of course, Swampert's being an issue just because my Amoonguss does not have Giga Drain, but we'll find a way to deal with it. I do like Choice Band and Metagross, Landorus, excuse me, versus his team. Sorry, I forgot to show my team. Wow. But we got a game, obviously, right away. I do really like the Gardevoir plus Amoonguss lead versus a majority of teams, especially if they have water types or strong physical attackers on their team. Of course, if he leads off with Togekiss plus Politoed, it could be a little bit annoying, but he ends up leading off with Tyranitar plus Togekiss. That's also a pretty annoying lead for me. Maybe he has safety goggles on a Togekiss, maybe Citrus Berry. I really want to get up my Trick Room right here, so what I'm going to do is just proceed to go right for the Mega Evolution and Trick Room up, and from there I'm going to go right for the Rage Powder with my Amoonguss. I don't care if I take an Air Slash plus a Crunch this turn. Getting off the Mega Evolution and also getting off my Trick Room is just going to be beneficial for me in the long run versus his team. He has a very, not necessarily fast, but a sort of fast-paced team. But he does go for Follow Me with Togekiss, which I do not care at all. I mean, what was my move going to be there? Hyper Voice? Like, I would have hit both of you, but I'm able to go for Rage Powders. He does Dragon Dance up with his Tyranitar. So, regular T-Tar isn't that much of a threat. If anything, he just made it so my entire team outspeeds him in the Trick Room, because obviously Trick Room makes it that I'm faster when I'm slower. So, that makes sense right there. But either way, let's see if he has safety goggles on his Togekiss. No, he does not. So I'm assuming he has the Citrus Berry. Either way, I'm just going to fire off a Hyper Voice right here and a Sludge Bomb onto that Togekiss slot. It's my best bet. He actually has leftovers, so that's even easier to deal with. Hyper Voice plus Sludge Bomb might actually be able to take him out. Even though Hyper Voice is a spread move, it is Mega Gardevoir, one of the best Megas in the game, and definitely one of the best Megas in VGC, as I've come to learn and as people have taught me. So just going to Sludge Bomb that Togekiss slot. I can definitely see him pulling that back into Mega Metagross. I'm assuming this is a regular T-Tar. I don't think it's Mega T-Tar, but he does protect with his T-Tar. That's fine. I didn't honestly target it anyway. Hyper Voice was my best way of dealing with it, as I am able to hit the Togekiss with the Sludge Bomb right there. He is going to go for Air Slash, I'm assuming, onto the Amoonguss slot, as he does, and right now I'm able to get off a Hyper Voice with my Gardevoir. The fact that his Togekiss actually outspeeds me doesn't really make a difference, because this turn what I can do is just go right for the Sludge Bomb on his Togekiss, knocking it out, and then it'll be a full power Hyper Voice onto that T-Tar, which definitely is not living, unless it's like Focus Sash or something. Or maybe like Roselli Berry or whatever it's called, that prevents the that deals with fairies or weakens it. But just go right for Sludge Bomb onto the Togekiss slot. I guess Togekiss could protect, but I don't typically see Togekiss run protect. They usually run Air Slash, Follow Me, maybe Tailwind, and I'm not sure what else. But Sludge Bomb is going to be able to knock it out, which means I am going to be getting off a full power Hyper Voice onto the regular Tyranitar slot, which might just be enough to knock it out. Not entirely sure how bulky he is, but it's a Mega Gardevoir. So barely misses out on the KO, as I do activate his weakness policy. Ooh. That can be an issue, as he goes right for Earthquake. Rips open the ground, as that's actually not enough to get rid of my Gardevoir. But now I'm a little bit scared, because Sand isn't going to pick me off, but now I'm scared of his now I'm scared of the Yeah, now I'm scared of Polito that could come out right now. So I'm actually going to bring on my Landers just because I can at least get off an Intimidate on whatever comes out, as he actually ends up bringing out Pert. And assuming he's going to protect with his T-Tar. Let me count the turns in my head because I wasn't writing them down. Obviously, he sent out the Pokemon. He went for Follow Me, Dragon Dance. That's turn 1. Went for Protect, Hit Me. Yeah, we have a couple more turns of Sand. I am just going to pull back my my Gardevoir into my Thunderous, dodging this Earthquake because I don't want to go down to Sand. And I'm just going to click Choice Band Earthquake right here and do as much damage as I can. Obviously, Tyranitar is going to protect this turn, or you would think that Tyranitar would protect this turn. I think I have one more turn, though, of the Trick Room after this turn, if I'm not mistaken. Swampert also goes for Protect, which is a good play. Definitely not letting it take any damage, as Tyranitar does Protect as well. Then again, though, my Lanner should... It does outspeed T-Tar, and if the Trick Room does wear this turn, I'm not sure if it's this turn or the next turn, because I was making a misplay and not counting. But I'm just going to go right for the HP Ice on the Swampert slot and just click Earthquake with my Lanners. My Lanners can live one hit this turn, even if it's an Ice Beam from Swampert aimed directly at it. And obviously the Tyranitar is kind of a huge threat to me, so I want to be able to deal with it. Because he has Mega Pert, though, I'm assuming that he has... I can live one Ice Punch, though. I can definitely live one Ice Punch, as he crits me. Great. I knew it was a crit because my HP was going down way too fast for it not to be a crit. And this sucks for me because not only is Trick Room going to wear off, what would have happened that turn is I would have gotten off a hefty amount of damage on his Gardevoir, and then it would have been some plays around with the, obviously with the Politoed, assuming that was his last. But I think I'm just going to leave it right there because there's no way I can win this game right now. Because what would have happened is when Politoed came out after, Swampert had a choice to either knock out my Gardevoir or my Landorus. And I guess Swampert could protect as well, but I don't know what that would have done. I'm just going to forfeit right here. I got blown all the way back. Good lord. It's alright though. We're learning. We're definitely learning. Maybe should have brought... What else did I have in the back? I didn't really have much in the back to deal with this besides what I brought, I thought. Maybe Conkeldurr would have been good for his T-Tar, definitely, but again, Togekiss scared me. And again, Conkeldurr might have been okay versus his team in general. Oh well, we live and learn. That's part of this series that I want to, you know, obviously learn from it, try and do better. Though it's really different playing on BattleSpot than it is playing on, like in person at a PC or anything. It doesn't feel the same, honestly, especially because a lot of people you play at the PCs that I went to, they're world competitors, whereas the people on BattleSpot, I'm not sure who I'm playing unless I already recognize their name. But obviously we were looking for another game as we got Egg, and let's see what this guy has. He's Japanese, so I'm expecting Kangaskhan. Yep, there it is right there. Alright, so interesting, maybe like dual screens, Klefki, oh my god, Swagger. Why did I say dual screens? Salamence. Wow, Mamoswine is an issue for this team. Salamence, Mamo, Bisharp, Amoonguss. Klefki is annoying too. Kanga, and Klefki. Okay, let's see. Gardevoir is a good lead versus him. Honestly, though, I think I like Lando plus Thunderous, though he could lead Bisharp. Because of that, I'm putting Conkeldurr in the back. I like Lando because it gets off an Intimidate on Mamoswine as well as on the Kangaskhan. And I think I want Gardevoir in the back. Though I don't have the best direct way of dealing with Kangaskhan, I'm way too scared of Salamence to not bring Gardevoir, at least set up a Trick Room and do a little bit of mini sweeping, just for itself, honestly. I like Amoonguss in this game, but it only deals with Kangaskhan, and Heatran definitely deals with Klefki as well as Bisharp, but and Amoonguss, which really you know, makes me want to bring it, but I think I need the Intimidate plus Conkeldurr way too much. So alternatively, I could swap Conk out for the Heatran, but Conk deals with Mamoswine way better than Heatran does, especially if it has thick fat. So we'll see how we go, though. I could be regretting this. This might be the episode where I lose 2 back-to-back, but we'll see, obviously. I'm expecting to lead Salamence plus maybe Mamoswine. I think that'd be a good lead. That'd probably be his best lead versus me if I'm like being honest right now. He's Bisharp and Salamence. That's also a great lead versus me, definitely. So right off the bat, I'm kind of in a not the worst of positions because I did boost his Bisharp's attack because of Defiant, but I did get off the Intimidate on his Salamence. So you can expect the Salamence to want to go for Protect right here. Yeah, you really could. I'm actually gonna go for Earthquake and Thunderbolt onto the Bisharp slot. I can really expect the Salamence to want to go for Protect right now. And then Bisharp to be Focus Sash. I don't expect Salamence to attack just because I could Thunder Wave it and I could Rock Slide it, obviously. So it does withdraw, which is cool, because I will be able to get off this Earthquake on, the incoming Mamoswine. So this will definitely be a KO for me because Bisharp will go down to the combination of Earthquake, if it is Focus Sash like it is, plus the Thunderbolt right there. So definitely... wow, that turn worked out perfectly for me. I guess he expected me to switch, maybe wanted to go for knockoff on my Landorus, but he brought out Mamoswine, and I was able to blow back his Bisharp right there. One threat gone, and Mamoswine is potentially broken. Well, it's not broken, obviously. Okay, so right now, let's see. Well, we dealt with Bisharp. Because he brought Salamence and Mamo, I don't think he brought Amoonguss, honestly. Because you would have expected Amoonguss to come out there over Mamoswine. So I think he brought in the back Klefki. I don't think he brought Kangaskhan because Kangaskhan's Salamence doesn't make too much sense unless he's Life Orb Salamence. But what I'm actually going to do is pull back my Landorus into... It's hard right here because I want to go Gardevoir. Just because Gardevoir seems like the best bet and the most expendable member of my team. Assuming he brought... what's it called in the back? Assuming he brought Klefki in the back, Gardevoir is the most expendable member. I want to save Landorus for the Intimidate. So I'm going to pull back Landorus into Gardevoir. Obviously, I'm playing off some assumptions, but I got to try and play smart. I'm actually going to go for Protect the Thunderous to burn his Salamence Protect, because that's what I'm expecting to happen right now. We'll obviously see how this happens. I can expect Salamence to go for Protect, and then maybe Mamoswine to go for Ice Shard or Ice Wheel Crash if he is Scarf or something like that. But we'll see if the Gardevoir actually... Oh, we get off the Intimidate as well, which is amazing. Obviously hurting the Salamence if it is physical, and as well as the Mamoswine, weakening its attack. So I really do expect Salamence to want to Mega Evolve as it does, and go for Protect this turn just to dodge a potential T-Wave. And I want to cancel out his Protect by going for my own Protect with my Thunderous. So we'll see how that works. I get off my Protect first. I don't think he went for Protect then, as he went for Ice Shard onto the Thunder slot, as well as the Hyper Voice, doing a nice amount of damage to my Gardevoir. Wow, because he got a crit. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for Trick Room, or attempt to go for Trick Room. And I believe... I'm going to Mega Evolve, actually, and go for Hyper Voice. I don't think I want to go for Trick Room. I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for Hyper Voice, and... go for the Thunder Wave onto Salamence just to slow it down for my Conkeldurr, as well as for my Landorus in the back. So, and assuming he goes for Protect with Salamence this turn, that'll be fine. I can definitely live an Ice Shard. I am able to get off that Thunder Wave onto his Salamence. Really nice. We'll see if I'm able to get off. Maybe I should have protected with my Gardevoir. That probably would have been the better play, looking back at it. But we'll see what moves he goes for. My Gardevoir does survive his Hyper Voice, as I did expect, and he goes for Icicle Spear. I'm expecting onto the Thunder slot. Okay, so I will be able to get off my Hyper Voice this turn, and I think my Thunderous can actually take on this Mamoswine, just because, one, I'm defensive, and two, he pots my Citrus Berry. So, let's see how much more he can get off. Is that 5 hits? No, that's 4. So, I'm able to get off this Hyper Voice. It's good that I did not go for the Trick Room right there, looking back at it, and we actually barely miss out on the double KO right there, as I'm expecting Klefki to want to come out. I think Klefki is honestly going to be his last. If he brings Amoonguss, that's really interesting, as it was Amoonguss. Wow, that is really wow, that's extremely interesting. I'm going to Protect with my Gardevoir and actually HP Ice the Mamoswine. I don't want my Gardevoir going down to the Ice Shard. I don't mind if Thunderous goes down. He actually ends up forfeiting. He definitely had a chance, so not entirely sure why he ended up forfeiting right there. I really felt like he had a chance, just because maybe he could have went for Rage Powder with Amoonguss and then went for the Ice Shard, or maybe he could have Ice Sharded my Thunderous right there and went for like Rage Powder with Amoonguss, or I don't know.
he definitely didn't know my last, so I don't think he should have forfeited right there. But we're actually going to leave this episode of this because I did get 2 games in. I was really surprised that he brought Amoonguss in the back. It kind of didn't make sense to me because you would think that he would bring in Amoonguss on the switch from Salamence to Mamoswine, as opposed to switching out from Salamence into Mamoswine. I just said that twice. I think you guys understood what I'm saying. I'm hoping. But feel free to leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Definitely helps my channel grow. Leave any comments. Anything you guys want me to see. If you have any VGC teams that are, built well, or at least look built well to me. I'm, still a novice at this. Feel free to leave them below. If you leave them a basement, I'll check them out, and if I use them, give you a shout out or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So until next time, guys, later.